What's going on, y'all? So I created this bad boy for a client recently, and a good few people were talking about the lighting and stuff, and so I decided to do a little bit of a breakdown to show all you rich future clients how I operate in the studio. This is Capture One software, which we tether our images to live. Here you can see my setup: 2 front lights, 1 backlight. Got this navy blue backdrop, which is the client's brand color, and then the most important part probably is the black shiny perspex, which gives you the cool reflection. Barn doors allow me to create a super thin focused beam of light. So I'll keep talking about control. The cleanest and most controlled approach is to not just put on all 3 lights and start messing. We put on 1 light first and we get as much as we can out of that, and then and only then do we introduce a second. Okay, here we go. Just a bit too much light there. Turn it down a little. Better. Time to introduce light 2. Okay, so technically that is a good exposure. It's evenly lit. We're actually going for a more dramatic kind of dynamic look here. So what we want to do is reintroduce some of those shadows and get some depth going on. Just going to switch 1 light off again, reposition the other light at a more side position. Okay, so it starts to look more interesting straight away. Let's switch light 2 back on and slightly reposition that as well. Still too flat. So what I'm going to do is point less light at the front of the product. And you can see here how handy the continuous light is. As I move it, I can actually see how much shadow I'm creating, which is really cool. Yeah, so that looks starting to look really nice. And here I'm just going to switch off 1 light so I can understand exactly what the other one is doing on its own. Again, back to that control. Yeah, and that is looking really sweet. So now that the front lights are doing what I want them to do, I'm going to introduce the backlight. Let's blast this bad boy, see what happens. Yikes, let's turn that way down. That's not bad actually. I'm actually just going to reposition the backlight so it's more centered behind the product. That is looking class. At this point I'm just going to give it a really quick and basic retouch, bringing up the highlights there in the product and add a little bit of vibrance into the blue. Not much there, and yeah, there we have it.